I always like to have like a little outline or something to go off of when we do these podcasts. Just because, just a way to organize your thoughts. And for some reason, like, this week I felt like I didn't have anything to really write down. Like things was happening. But, sometimes it just don't feel like necessarily right. Like what I just did, that felt natural. You know what I'm saying? Like I just, wrote it out. I was just been thinking about it. And yeah, I think I just have like been having like a lot of anxiety about the schedule and like, when to do stuff, when not to do stuff. How can I make things work the best, not only for me but for you guys in the chat and just in this community and stuff like that. Because I want to be at like peak performance like at all times, but we'll get into a little bit of that later. But let's get right into this episode, man. Welcome back to the Why I'm Geeked show, man. This is episode 5. Wow, I say episode 5, episode 25, episode 25. We're getting up there, bro. We're at my age. Which is crazy. We've been doing this for 25 weeks, and I feel like I say this like every pod now for some reason. Just because like, this podcast has had so many forms in such a like short amount of time, but also like it's crazy how 25 weeks have already passed. Since we started doing this. But I titled this podcast "Playing Catch Up," bro, because that's what it really feels like sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Because of the world of content creation and just keeping up with all of these shows and movies and stuff like that. I always kind of feel behind when I'm doing stuff, but things always work out how they're supposed to at the end of the day. Only thing I can really do is just keep going. You know what I'm saying? But, today I kind of wanted to talk about, something that has not necessarily been bothering me, but something I've noticed, like, since I started, changing my content to focus on film and TV and movies and anime. It's the world of theory crafting and how it kind of works, because you got your big dogs out there, that have a huge following and community and stuff like that give out, their opinions and stuff in forms of video. And then you also have the writers who write theirs out, and or on Twitter and, different sites and all that. And then there's me, like, it's like, nah, that's just like, that reminded me of the, what was that, Shark Tale, little clip, you know what I'm saying, that floats around, that's like constantly a TikTok. But yeah, like, the world of theory crafting is really, it can be really weird, bro, because a lot of times I feel like instead of just like enjoying what we have, we try to make like something kind of out of nothing, like, and it can kind of distort the way that we kind of look at stuff. Like, take for instance, like, I haven't made my low-key review just yet. Still I'm not necessarily waiting, but I've got a whole lot of videos like I still have to edit, and I want to watch it again before I do my review, just because like that last episode has a lot of information in it, right? And there's so much about just how time works and the timeline, the main timeline, or if it's even a main timeline, and then how the multiverse works now. And there's just like a whole bunch of different theories out there that people have just been going crazy on. You know what I'm saying? It's been going crazy on. And that's the point of it being theory, because it's like, it's coming from like, a fan. Like, and I just feel like a lot of times we kind of like go around and round and round in circles, instead of just like kind of like taking it for what it is. And I know that's the whole point of theory crafting, is to come up with a theory of like how this is going to work. But when that changes from, you know, just the pure essence of like theory crafting to causing people to like start to not necessarily like dislike something for no reason, but like, you know, just have like some like negativity towards it. It kind of just like, dang, what was the point of it? You know what I'm saying? Like, because I don't know, I've recently got into like, well, I've heard an opinion of like how, you know, one person, because like one person's opinion can change your whole outlook on things, and I think that's very dope because it's a very powerful thing. But also like, um, it can take the joy out of some things too, you know, because if it's just like left a mystery, then you know you can enjoy it for what it is or what it was. But when you have like, you know, certain theories and stuff that, you know, you make it say if it's not this, then that means that this whole project, this whole thing that we've all enjoyed for such a long time, and I'm talking about the MCU in general, is now not as good or not perfect or whatever. Because nothing's perfect, but you know, I just feel like, um, you know, sometimes we get into the point where we stop enjoying things, and just like, you know, sometimes a loophole is just that, you know, or a plot hole is just that, you know, it's just a plot hole. Like, just because we don't have necessarily a clear cut answer to it at this moment, you know what I'm saying, it's not a reason to just be hating, bro. But and this is like no shot at anybody specifically. You notice I haven't said no names. This is just like something I've noticed over like the short amount of time that I've started making my own like theory videos. Um, you know, and I don't like, in the same breath of me saying that, I also have stopped really feeling bad about, you know, being wrong. Like, you can be wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the point of it being a theory. It's like something that you're posing. Like, what if it's this, you know? Some people get really disappointed when their theory doesn't um, come true. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like that's part of it, like part of the magic behind, you know, these projects. Like, don't let like things like that, like theories and stuff like that, you know, take the enjoyment out of what you're watching. Because at the end of the day, it's entertainment. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, that's like one thing I just noticed, like mainly with Twitter, but um, I don't know, man. I just want you guys to like really start enjoying. And that brings me to like, you know, how I rate things. Because like I've noticed, like I was like, man, like I like this week I was really pondering like and reflecting, like, dang, am I jaded because like of the scale and scoring that I'm giving these movies and shows and stuff like that. Because, you know, based on like some of the like I'm noticing it more with like my writing, like the way I write things out. Sometimes it might seem worse than what it is, like compared to how I rate things, and that's something that I feel like will, you know, get better with time. Because, you know, just because I might rate something higher than like how I explain it doesn't invalidate what I'm saying. You know, that's just literally just my rating. That's what I think it is. Um, but I also think it's dope because it allows me to like to look back at you know, look back at all the ratings that I've done so far, and the more and more I do, you know, it's cool to look back and see like, okay, if I thought, you know, this was take for instance, like I thought Fast and Furious F9 was, I gave it like an 86, you know, and that was maybe, you know, scaled a little high because that was like one of the first movies I saw back in theaters, you know, and it was the first time I done seen a Fast and Furious movie in a minute, and I really liked it, and I gave it an 86. But then, um, I'm giving, what is it? Space Jam, 85. Like, Space Jam was a really good movie. Yes, there was corny parts, yes, there was gooey parts, but I think that's part of it. I don't think that because something is corny and I feel like it kind of felt like it was intended to be that way, that should be a knock, but that's just me. That's just me. And I think that, as I continue to um, pursue and like go about reviewing and rating things, that, um, things will level out. I'll have a better judge, because rating stuff is hard, bruh. Rating stuff is very, very hard, no matter what scale you're doing. Like, I felt like doing a 100 scale like would be easier, and I still think it is, just because like going 1 through 5, I feel like it's not enough. Like, it's not a good enough for me, at least. Like, it's not a good enough like judge, and I know that's how people normally do it, but not only do I want to be different, I also just want to be true to myself. So I think it's easier, just based on how I grew up, with grades and stuff. Like, I have like a better understanding of like what that could really mean, if I do a 0 to 100 rating. You know what I'm saying? Because like even when stuff is bad, take for instance like Biomutant. Like, Biomutant was really bad, but I gave it a 68, and I got some feedback from people saying like, based on the way I talked about it or wrote about it, they would have thought it'd been like a 50 or something. And I was like, nah, but I enjoyed the game. Like, what I'm saying, I definitely enjoyed it while I was playing it. It was just not optimized. So that's why it's a 68. I played it a lot. I played it a lot, and after having conversations about it, it made me less jaded towards it. Just because I feel like it all comes with time and experience. Like, I'll get more experience in rating stuff as I continue to do it, and they'll get better. But it's always gonna be funny to look back at it, like seeing F9, which a lot of people definitely don't have it as an 86, and see what I think about that in a few years. If I ever take the chance and like watch all the Fast and Furious again. And that's the one thing I'm also excited for, just like the marathons, like of these shows, like Marvel. Like, I'm super excited to add Black Widow to that, and all of the other new movies. I think the movie I'm least excited for is Eternals, just because I don't know how good it's gonna be, honestly. Like, it has a lot of star power with that joint. But I'm honestly just curious to like who the Eternals are really, and like why we never heard anything from them since the MCU has started. And if I get that explanation and it's a good movie, it'll be straight. You know what I'm saying? But I think it'll be good based on the acting just alone, just because of how good the actors are that's in it. But I just hope it all makes sense. That's my main thing. I hope it all makes sense. But let's get into. I know we've been talking a lot about Star Wars. I mean, not Star Wars. Marvel, and just Marvel really. Let's get into some Star Wars, man. So, Bad Batch. I haven't made a Bad Batch video in a really long time, and that's because it's kind of mid, bro. It's kind of mid. I thought that we would be getting something completely different than what we have been getting. I don't know if I talked about this last week. I don't remember. But seeing characters we grown to know in other series like Star Wars Rebels and Hera. I think that's dope to see her and how she became the person that she becomes in that show, through the Bad Batch and stuff like that. And like, I like how they're connecting the dots, but I don't know, bruh. It's just like, when I thought of the Bad Batch, I thought we was getting like a Suicide Squad. Like the stuff that they were going to be doing was going to be crazy, but they've all been kind of the same missions. Like I thought, we would get stuff based on their skill sets and things like that, but nothing has really like surprised me. Like with Star Wars Rebels, like I enjoyed that show because every day was a new adventure, and they had Jedi in that series, and there's not really any Jedi. I mean, there's one in the first episode, but we haven't really seen any since then, just because they're all in hiding at this point in Star Wars. But like, I want to go on an adventure every single time. Like, I think that if they could have consolidated what they did in those last two episodes into one, and it was consistently like this, like these last two episodes have been good, but if it was just one consolidated episode and it was like this every single time, I think that it wouldn't be as mid as it is right now. Because I don't get super excited anymore to see the new Bad Batch episode. Like I'm kind of waiting for them to get to the point. But let me know what you guys think of Bad Batch. Are any of you even watching it? I haven't really heard that many things about it since it's really dropped. And us finding out that Omega and Boba are legit brother and sister. Like first generation brother and sister. That's pretty much it. Like I think that the Bounty Hunter episodes were good. The reveal of Cad Bane and seeing Fennec again, I think that was dope. But it's just like the Bad Batch itself ain't really been on nothing like super dope since, and that's who the show is based on. So that's why I feel like it's kind of mid. As far as the anime, we got My Hero. Man, My Hero is getting really good. I'm excited to see what Bakugo and Deku and Shoto really get into at Endeavor's agency, and I like to see that everybody else is getting stronger still. One episode here and there is really good, just to get a refresher on all the characters and like their growth and seeing that. I like that a lot. As far as like anything else goes, I'm almost finished with Tokyo Ghoul. I mean, I say Tokyo Ghouls. I haven't seen that. I'm almost done with Tokyo Revengers. So that review should be coming out soon. And then I got a lot of reviews coming out this week, so I'm kind of backed up. That's what I was saying earlier. Like I'm playing catch up at this point. I created a lot of videos that haven't gone out yet. One of them being going out today, which was the 2K one. 2K trailer, which should have went out like before, but with going on vacation and stuff like that, like I just like kind of put it off till this week. And then I also got the Biomutant review, and it's just a whole lot of stuff, bro. It's like sometimes I wish I had like a clone, I wish I had a clone of myself to like do double the work, just because it's a lot that I want to talk about. Like I got a whole book here of just ideas that I want to get into, and these are some videos y'all can be expecting soon. So I'm gonna make a video covering WandaVision and Loki, like a versus, like what's better, and that's kind of the reason, or what's the word? That's kind of the premise, I guess, of what I was talking about earlier with like how people are kind of like group thinking, but like theory wise, and just like not really enjoying stuff. And I don't know, that's where that came from. And then also I'm gonna make a Black Clover War Arc review and why Black Clover is better than Naruto. That's just the title for it. Then we also got why DCU hates Batman. I have a very, very it's a good theory, But like, I don't know. It's not a good theory because it's like I don't really think they hate Batman, but I'll explain it in that video because that's just how I feel right now. And then I just have to do a little bit more like research for that. So I want to go back and watch some more stuff before I make that video. Um, and then yeah, we're gonna have some more 2K trailers coming out soon. And there's like a whole bunch of memes that I want to make, and it's just like it's a lot, bro. It's a lot I want to do, and I just feel like I've been playing catch up, you know. But we're gonna get there. You're probably gonna start getting weekend videos, double uploads this week, which I think is good. I think it's fun. It's just like sometimes I be trying to do too much, you know. So I'm trying to consolidate it and just make the best content I can, because I don't want to be slacking. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be slacking. But yeah, that brings me to, you know, I've really like, and this is mainly for like YouTube purposes, just because like, you know, the pod is something that happens every week, so like everything that I talk about is pretty relevant at the time, but you know, you can still go back and listen to it, previous episodes, you know, but you know, I really think that at least with like YouTube, like relevancy is irrelevant. Like I really think that, you know, because people are constantly searching things, like, and you don't know when somebody is going to need that information. Like YouTube is literally a search engine. Like that's how people learn stuff, you know. Like the most common, I think the most frequent like word used is why or how, you know. Like people always want to know why something, you know what I'm saying, or how such and such did this, or how to, or you know what I'm saying. That's like the biggest thing. So like when it comes to like me making videos and feeling like, dang, like I don't even have enough time to get this out, like, and I know that, you know, these bigger channels are going to be able to get this video out immediately because either, you know, they got editors, which is something that I can, you know, get into later on, that are, you know, working around the clock, you know what I'm saying, and editing the videos the way they need to be edited, like, and doing that way so they can get the videos out like same day, like within the hour, stuff like that, like crazy stuff, man. Like, which is something I'm looking forward to eventually. I don't know how I'm gonna get it done, but I've seen it done, so I know it's possible. And you know, either that is the reason or they have access to the stuff early, you know, and they're just literally waiting for that day to release it, like, which is something I also think that, you know, we'll have access to soon. Just for the nature of the type of videos that I make, it's just like it's just like only a matter of time. But you know, that's giving me a little solace, just knowing that, like, you know, people are always going to be looking up stuff. So whether it's a video that's going to like literally like pop at this moment, like I'll have those videos for sure. But you know, if it's like a couple days or a day later or even a week later, like I'm about to release a Biomutant review, like within this week, and that game's been out for a really long time, and I really haven't seen that many reviews other than like the same day reviews people was giving, like the first impressions and stuff like that. I haven't really seen any like that, but I want to put that out because I did a first impressions of it, you know what I'm saying? So like I think that it'll still have its purpose even if the, you know, immediate search relevancy isn't there. I think it still has its own place for it. So I think that, you know, having that mindset for it and just, you know, just going and doing it, like, you know, you want to make something, go ahead and do it. Like that's how I'm looking at things now. You know, it's not necessarily like a rat race, but it's still, you know, it's purposeful work. You know what I'm saying? So I'm super excited just to keep on making stuff, bro. But you know, for the filler arc of this podcast, man, today I want to talk to you guys about the schedule. So, y'all know me, bro. Like y'all are getting the consistent episodes, like, you know, uploaded for the pod. You know, it's been on Wednesdays, like every Wednesday. You know, since this show pretty much started. But as far as like the live aspect of it, that's gonna be going on Mondays. Usually Mondays are like the hardest day for me to stream, just because like either I was doing podcast stuff because I was uploading the podcast on Mondays, and I had other videos I was working on over the weekend. Like, streaming was the last thing I was worrying about to doing on Monday, but I want to make a commitment to y'all to actually, stream Monday through Friday. Like, I really want to do that, and starting to stream at like 10:30. Like, that's my goal. Every day, Monday through Friday. Like, I at least want to start it then. And yes, there will be times where I can't do that, whether it's a video taking longer than expected, or I might oversleep, but that's my goal, to stream every day, Monday through Friday. And Mondays have always been super hard for me to get it done. But hopefully having the podcast this day and just literally having the weekend to focus on, editing videos and creating videos for that next week. Like, hopefully I can, catch up on stuff that I want to still produce and stuff like that. So that's what we're looking like for that. Game 5, so NBA Finals Game 5 was amazing. Game 6 will be literally the day that this drops, so Wednesday. It's literally tomorrow. Or not tomorrow, but what's today? Today is Monday. So yeah, the game is tomorrow, but by the time you guys are hearing this, Game 6 will have already happened. So the NBA Finals could literally be over. So, it's not looking too good for the Suns right now. Hopefully they have some bounce back in them. I always say, like, the first person to lose a home game that's who's gonna end up losing the finals, and it's the Suns right now. But this could be the first and only time Chris Paul gets to the finals, so he might bring out a different bag for the next one. And hopefully we get a Game 7. Hopefully we get a Game 7, because this finals has been lit. I didn't think it was gonna be lit, but this finals has definitely been lit. Like that alley-oop, like the steal to alley-oop at the end of the game to seal the game, like steal the game away, like, was one of the craziest plays I've ever seen. Like, and your boy was outside for that one. Like, we went to the bar, you know what I'm saying? And it was dope. It was wall of TVs. Everybody was like, ah! Like, it was going crazy. It was going crazy, bro. So that was super fun, and I'm excited for what's to come. But that's pretty much it, man. If you guys enjoyed the podcast, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button on whatever platform that you're on. We do this live on Twitch, twitch.tv/JanatoSensei. If you want to catch the podcast live, or you want to, just hang out and chat, and we talk this kind of stuff like every single day, no matter what game we're playing. So if you're enjoying the content, definitely come check the stream out, and follow on whatever audio platform you're also listening to this on. Wow, that was a crazy sentence. And rate the podcast. Give me a comment. Let me know what you guys think, and I'll catch y'all in the next one. Hope you guys enjoyed. Y'all know the vibes. Always keep drawing. Wow. Always keep growing. Always keep going. It's me, your boy G, and I'm gone. Peace.